discussed on various trade issues in detail during a virtual meeting of the Intergovernmental Committee chaired by Commerce Secretaries of both the countries. The meeting mainly focused on enhancing further commercial ties and economic expansion between the two countries. The meeting also reviewed the progress made on various trade deals and agreements between the two countries. Good morning, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. COVID-19 death toll in Nepal crosses 1600 mark. 80% of the patients in ICUs register full recovery, very few in case of ventilators. India positive on Nepal's proposal to amend the transit treaty and the railway service agreement. Agrees to set up an integrated checkpoint in Bhairava. Farmers in India call for a country-wide strike amid a standoff with the government over new market-friendly reforms. And Spanish giants Barcelona and Juventus all set to clash at the Champions League tonight. Ronaldo and Messi come face-to-face in 2 years. (1,014) new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed in the country in the past 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 241,995. The COVID-19 death toll has climbed to 1,614 with 20 more deaths. According to the Health Ministry, the Federal Capital reported 442 positive cases with 344 new cases from Kathmandu district, 67 from Lalitpur and 31 from Bhaktapur. 1,628 individuals registered full recovery in the past 24 hours, taking the national recovery tally to 227,433, while the recovery rate has climbed to 94%. There are over 12,000 active cases in the country with 4,888 corona patients in isolation centers, 8,060 in home isolation and 527 in various quarantine centers. The Health Ministry informed that 53 patients are receiving treatment with ventilator support, while 332 are in ICUs in different hospitals across the country. Coronavirus test tally through the PCR method has crossed 1.79 million with 6,220 swab samples tested in the past 24 hours. Around 400 coronavirus patients are currently receiving treatment in ICUs and ventilators across the country. The number of patients receiving treatment has been around 400 since the past 2 months. More than 80% of the patients treated in ICUs have recovered, while the number is extremely low in the case of patients treated in ventilators. We have more in this report. The government has allocated 550 ICU beds and 250 ventilators for coronavirus patients. Out of the total active cases, 332 infected individuals are in ICUs, while 53 are in ventilators as of Monday. Since the past 2 months, the number of patients receiving treatment in ICUs and ventilators has remained almost constant. Even as the number of patients has not decreased, the recovery rate has been increasing. So far, 82% out of 3,500 patients treated in ICUs have recovered, while the statistics of the Health Ministry show 630 have lost their lives while receiving treatment. Likewise, 500 patients so far have received treatment with ventilator support, out of which merely 25% have recovered, while 375 of the patients have lost their lives. Majority of those who have died in both cases are elderly people. Patients who are in serious condition are admitted in ICUs and ventilators. If they receive treatment on time, their lives can be saved. However, in many cases, individuals hide their disease and do not visit the hospital until they are in very critical condition. Health experts opine the death rate in ICUs and ventilators can be reduced if patients are taken in hospital on time. The death toll in the country has crossed 1,600, out of which more than 1,000 died while receiving treatment in ICUs and ventilators. This shows that the rest of those who died did not have easy access to medical services, which exhibits the need of additional ICU and ventilator services in the country. India has agreed for the amendment of the transit treaty and the railway service agreement with Nepal. The Indian side agreed to Nepal's proposal during a virtual meeting of the Intergovernmental Committee chaired by Commerce Secretaries of both the countries yesterday. Nepal has proposed to sign the treaty and agreement at the earliest. During the meeting, India informed that it will soon begin the construction of an integrated checkpost in Bhairava to promote trade between the two countries. Nepal requested India for the expansion and upgrading of railway lines at all integrated checkpoints and proposed to set up an integrated checkpoint in Dodhara Chandani. In response to Nepal's request to facilitate necessary arrangements to use the Asian Highway 2 in order to resolve the trade problems with Bangladesh, the Indian government said that it would take decisions after holding discussions with concerned authorities. During the 4-hour-long meeting, Nepal also raised the issue of anti-dumping and countervailing duties imposed by the Indian government on jute and jute products. The meeting also decided to hold the first meeting of the joint business forum of the private sectors of both the countries within 4 months. The revised elevation of the world's highest mountain, Mount Everest, is all set to be revealed today. The Nepal government measured the elevation of Mount Everest with its own resources and technology for the first time, as geologists projected that the height of the mountain could have been affected by the 2015 April earthquake. Sources say that the elevation has increased while the number has been kept a secret for the time being, as the neighboring country China has also measured its height. We have more in this report.
The height of Mount Everest is believed to be 8,848 meters until now. Nepal recognized this elevation when the height was affirmed by India 67 years ago. The height of the mountain, meanwhile, has already been measured 11 times. India alone has measured the summit 3 times. Likewise, China and Italy each carried out the measurements twice. The United States of America, Denmark, among other countries, have remeasured the height of Mount Everest as well. Meanwhile, the results varied each time, obliging Nepal to measure the height of the world's highest peak itself. The survey department, with its latest technology and 4 technical teams, completed the measurement of the mountain's elevation, which is due to be revealed on Tuesday. The government has spent more than 150 million rupees to measure the height of Mount Everest. China also measured its height from the northern border using latest technology as soon as Nepal's survey department concluded its work. Nepal and China are all set to jointly announce the new height of Mount Everest on Tuesday.
The global pandemic has widely affected various sectors in the country. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the local residents in Sindhupalchok district how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected the academic sector and what could be done to improve the current scenario of education. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
लोकल गभर्नमेन्टले चाहिँ यो स्कुल वरिपरिको समुदायमा चाहिँ कर्मीहरू खटाउने र त्यहाँ भएका मानिसहरूलाई मास्क सानिटाइजरहरूको बारेमा बताउने, उनीहरूलाई प्रयोग गर्न सिकाउने।
विद्यार्थीलाई मात्र एजुकेसन नदिएर अभिभावकहरूलाई पनि एउटा खालको एजुकेसन दिनु पर्ला कि त्यो भयो भने चाहिँ अलिकति सुध्रिन्थ्यो होला।
78 सालको पनि 2-3 महिनालाई यही सेसनमा मिल्ने गरिकन चाहिँ समय समायोजन गरेर अवधिलाई समायोजन गरेर यो वर्षको खेर जान लागेको बच्चाहरूले प्राप्त गर्नुपर्ने जो सिकाइ उपलब्धि छ त्यसलाई गुम्न नदिनका लागि नेपाल सरकारले त्यो बेलैमा सो सम्बन्धी चाहिँ एउटा निर्देशिका बनाएर जारी गर्दाखेरि सहज हुन्छ।
स्थानीय सरकारले विद्यालयले हाम्रो साथ दिनुपर्छ। अब मास्कको कुरा भयो, स्यानिटाइजरको कुरा भयो, हामीले विद्यालयमा हेल्थ प्रोटोकल फलो गरेर
It's time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. Here's the question: what's your take on regulating bodies being rhetoric on sensitive issues? Your options are A, irresponsible leadership, B, systematic fault, and C, vested groups' influence. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.